Coach, coming off a great win over this past weekend at Yankee Stadium over a ranked Princeton team that had won 17 straight games. Let's first look at the experience of playing at Yankee Stadium and everything that went into it and how you felt about the experience for your players.
Yeah, it was tremendous. I think it was great for our football program, obviously, but on a larger scale, the Dartmouth College. The outpouring of support, the collected classes that came, the number, the volume, the peripheral things, the organizational work that went into it is incredible. Behind the scenes guys. So it was a massive production in a football game in the middle of it all. For our players, everything was seamless. We loved the surface. The Yankees really went all out. That was as fine a playing surface as I've been around. The environment, certainly for the players to walk in. And then the crowd and the Dartmouth folks, I mean, they're loud. I think they were proud of what happened. And probably the most touching for me was the end of the ball game when the players lined up, as we always do, and sang the alma mater. And it was just raucous and loud, and it was echoed throughout the stadium. Everybody stayed. Really, it's an experience our guys will never forget.
So Jared Urbino, he played in this game, a really gutty performance for him. He's just playing through a little bit of a nagging injury, and he gets 97 yards. It's a season high for any of your rushers this year. Talk about his performance and what went into getting him on the field.
Well, again, the behind-the-scenes people putting them back together, basically. Ben Schuler and Alicia Schramm really worked nonstop. He was in 3 times a day for treatment. And just to get him back to a situation that he could work forward, he's a tough kid. And that's a big part of it. He wanted to play. He was not going to miss the game. We didn't know how long he could play. And the thought was, hey, let's just play him until he can't play. There was no further risk of injury. He was cautious. He had a big run late in the third quarter, and he felt himself, so he just ran out of bounds, which is unlike him. But he played very, very well. Our offensive line, the big challenge was, hey, can we run the football against these guys? And obviously we only threw the ball 11 times. Jerry was a big part of it. Kalen Parker, I thought, had a tremendous game. Drew Estrada also carried the ball very, very successfully. So there was multiples there. I thought it was a great scheme, and certainly having Jared behind the center was a big plus for us.
The defensive line has really set the tone for a lot of the defense this year, but this week, Nikko Louis gets in the spotlight. Gets the pick 6 early in the game, give Dartmouth the lead, but he also did a number of things throughout the game. He had a sack, he had some quarterback hurries. Talk a little bit about his performance getting Ivy League Defensive Player of the Week.
Well, and Nico's been a steady player for us all season long, and that whole front, they're very, very, very unselfish. And to be able to put the type of pressure on a quarterback that we do with 4 down guys, and it's athletic guys on the edge. Ross Andresiak on the other side really did great work. Jackson absorbs 2, sometimes 3 people with regularity. So if they double or triple him up, they're singling up other people. But Nikko really took advantage of his athleticism. You saw why we thought about him as a tight end when we first came in. Played off a cut block, went up, took a ball, and off he went. And that certainly set a wonderful tone for us.
As terrific as an experience as Yankee Stadium was, it's time to put that in the rearview mirror. Cornell's in front of you here. Last year, the Cornell team gave you a bit of trouble after playing a Princeton team of an emotional game. Here you have another emotional game, a win this time at least, but at the same time, you've got to remain even-keeled with this team coming up in front of you.
Yeah, Cornell's given us trouble the past 3 or 4 years. They're competitive. They've improved every year. David Archer's doing a nice job up there. Their talent pool is higher, and they're right on the cusp. They're looking for a big win, and certainly it would be a big one coming down this weekend. The key for us is just not to change what we've been doing. Don't listen to all the people in the periphery saying how wonderful a team we have. We have talent when we play well. The thing with this team, I think there's a maturity with guys that they know the capabilities, and they are hard on themselves, and they're very, very demanding. They have high expectations. So we need to go out and to start fast on both sides of the football, which we did this past weekend, and be consistent. And you come out, you play hard, good things will happen.
Last question for you, Coach. Senior Day this Saturday. You get to honor the senior class, very large senior class that had a lot of success here. What has been their impact on this program?
Well, they probably will go out as the winningest graduating class in Dartmouth history. Very, very talented group. I'm very proud of the fact we don't lose guys. We bring in 30 and we'll graduate 30. And they're close. They don't all play on Saturday. They all contribute to success on Saturday. And that's important. They like each other. They play for each other. They've set a nice tone for us. And the younger guys, that type of culture, they're going to learn from that and keep it going through the years ahead.
All right, Coach. Well, good luck this Saturday. Memorial Field, 1:30.
All righty. Thanks, Rick.